Big stars filled the stage and the audience over the weekend for a one-time-only benefit performance in Los Angeles.
They put on a real-life drama about same-sex marriage. John Blackstone shows us why they came out, so to speak, for this event.
For one night only, many of Hollywood's biggest names were together. But the issue that united them remains divisive in much of the country: same-sex marriage.
Tell me how it would harm opposite-sex marriages.
All right. I don't know.
This was not a work of fiction, but the words actually heard in court in the case challenging Proposition 8, California's ban on same-sex marriage.
This state has rewritten its constitution in order to place them into a special disfavored category, where their most intimate personal relationships are not valid, not recognized, and second-rate.
Martin Sheen read the words of attorney Ted Olson.
It's a great tribute to what this case is all about.
Olson and David Boies are the lead attorneys challenging Prop 8. Tonight, you're being played by
George Clooney. Isn't that cool?
How did you feel when you realized that you were gay?
In a reversal of sorts, some openly gay members of the cast read the testimony of those opposed to same-sex marriage.
It's called acting.
What are activist judges proposing to do? To redefine what the word husband means, to redefine what the word wife means.
One witness testified his family put him in treatment to change him.
And was this therapy successful in that you were able to suppress your homosexuality?
Nope, I was just as gay as when I started.
The trial took place in San Francisco and stretched over weeks. Here, the Hollywood version lasted for about 90 minutes. It had different stars, but the same content, the same emotion.
Some of it made me so inspired, some of it made me so incredibly mad.
The stakes are high, and you feel it when you're on stage. You feel it in the writing.
Those who have been at the forefront of the fight were there, the two same-sex couples who are seeking the right to marry.
And what happened in that courtroom is something that every American should see.
The entire trial was recorded, but the court has kept the video sealed. This performance, directed by Rob Reiner, has now been posted on YouTube.
When people know what happened during this trial, they start to change their attitudes if they haven't already changed.
It's a big issue. It's an important issue. A segment of our population are being dehumanized.
For those involved in the case on both sides, it is far from over, with an appeal likely headed to the biggest legal stage, the U.S. Supreme Court. For CBS This Morning, John Blackstone in Los Angeles.
What's interesting about this is that David Boies, well-known Democrat and attorney, argued Bush versus Gore. Ted Olson, well-known Republican, they came together to make the case for same-sex marriage in California.
And it's interesting. Some people have focused on that, and it still gets so much attention for that interesting pairing, and yet how they united. It's definitely something we haven't heard the last of, as we know.
And David Boies has been lucky because he was first portrayed here in New York by Morgan Freeman, who portrayed him, and now he goes to Hollywood, and it's George Clooney. So
not bad.
Every man's dream.
So it's working out pretty well.
Indeed.